The Florida State Seminoles ready to open another season at the Dome. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give is to Williams. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
That defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to throw, it's Gleason. Got his man quickly. Sliding off the defender. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They'll go back to the ground. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands what? SEC, SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
The give is to Williams. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Gleason. They're trying to get to it. And he can't escape, and down he goes. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical. And then guess what? It gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living you-know-what.
He's looking deep. And he makes the catch at the 10. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Love the play call here by the offensive coordinator. You can sniff it. You can smell in the air. Blood in the water. Now we're taking a shot. You've got the athletes to go execute. Just dial it up.
The Seminoles line it up with a 1st and goal. Hand off to the fullback. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Noles!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum. I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a 1st down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats, because he is not easy to bring down.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. Right back to the well. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse agrees. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's going for the big play. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
The give is to Williams. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The run to the left. Push down for the tackle.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was 2nd and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down.
Well, they're setting the tone early in this game. 4th down in their own end. They go for it on the ground, and they pick it up.
They want to set the tone. They want to establish that they think their offense is unstoppable and that they're willing to do anything to keep the football.
You're exactly right, Reese. They are sending a very clear message to this defense. We're going to run the football.
He's got it on the left. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. And this guy can make some plays.
Florida State 7, Georgia 0.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Here's the handoff. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Grabbed behind the line. It's McCoy. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida State. What a catch and run for 6.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Crosses the 30. The expressway is wide open. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
The Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
At the 27, brings up 2nd down.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Touch pass on the run. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Can the D deny them on second and goal? That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Third and goal coming up here. Back to throw, it's Booth. Makes the grab, and he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on fourth and goal from the 1. Defense going all in to stop the run. They'll try to power it in. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on fourth and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that fourth down play.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. They'll try the run. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Third and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Gonna run it. It's Lucas. They bring him down, and he's gonna lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard.
Throw it toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Dogs!
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Scrambling away. Now he'll fire back into the middle. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Seminoles! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Kansas is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Big J isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 10 over Fresno State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really...
And they got him for the sack. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Booth. Gets open down the middle. At midfield, he's got room. And he breaks into the open. Boy, are they loving that huge play. He's got it down to the 9. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Evans. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. With 8 seconds to go in the half, wonder if they'll try to get a big play just to see what happens. Going up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set for the second half kickoff. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better, sir.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. They'll try the jet sweep here. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Shoves back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Dropping back, it's Booth. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Unloads to the right. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got room on the return. And after the interception, able to get it in plus territory, taking it back to the 41.
He's just Johnny on the spot. Now his 2nd interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Using his legs, it's Lucas. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. We'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Caught near the sideline, it's Brown. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
It's obviously huge to make the catch, but give that receiver credit. Nice spatial awareness, knowing where he is on the field to make sure that he's in bounds when he secures the catch.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Just feeds the running back. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4. They'll mark it at the 19.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Fullback's got it. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
On the play. Now, 4th down.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. Touchdown, no! What a grab and go for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working out.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. They'll ride the hot hand, creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Quick handoff. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And the Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Booth. Quickly complete. Across the 25, he's got room. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down.
Well, you usually don't get that wide open in the end zone. If that ball comes in like that, that's a play the receiver has just got to be able to make for his team.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking to throw for it. Pressure coming. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Fires into the end zone. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They tried to get the defense going the wrong way with the counter, but nothing doing.
Aggressive defense, attacking defense. You want to hit them with those counters, but it wasn't successful in this play. Defensive line, linebackers, everybody's dialed in. They see what's going on. They diagnose it, go downhill, hit them right in the middle of the field.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The give is to Williams. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
Brings up third down.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
The Seminoles line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Branch. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. This should be the last play of the quarter. Back to pass, it's Booth. They've got the screen set up. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Florida State 28, Georgia 14.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll go to the ground. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
Quickly complete. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
Trying to run, it's Robinson. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next one.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Try to get it to the edge. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the comeback is on. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now, and I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different looking team than what we saw earlier.
He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for two does not work out.
Florida State, 28, Georgia.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick.
Set to kick off.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
The give is to Williams. At the 45 on his way. He makes the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And now on second down for this offense. Finds his tight end. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Seminoles have their offense in high gear. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Leaves it with the back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Looking for the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. No good. After the missed field goal, still an 8-point game, and guys, more importantly, still a one-possession game.
28, Georgia, 20.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. To throw, it's Booth. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Second and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. Snagged on the outside, it's dealt. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
The bad news, he didn't get the first down there. The good news, though, he got out of bounds, stopped the clock. They still have one timeout, so there's a lot of time still in this 2-minute situation to march down the field and get a score.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Got it, looking for the first down. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
I got to tell you, I love the thought on offense. You want to get one of the fastest players in the country the ball in space, see if he can break one, make you a big play in a 2-minute situation. That's just a better job tackling by the defense. They practiced that all week, and it shows up big here late.
Gotta have it here on 4th down. The completion well past the sticks. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Dogs!
And this is obviously a no-brainer. Great job by the offense, great execution. Inside of 2 minutes, you got to go for 2. You got to dial up this play, try to tie this football game up. What's your favorite 2-point play? Dial it up, and let's tie this game up.
Gets it out quickly. He's not going to make it in as this defense comes up with the stop on the 2-point conversion to hold on to their lead. They're sending out the regular kickoff unit. I know they've got a couple of timeouts, but I don't think there's enough time on the clock to pass on the onside kick. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. One-possession game, getting late. First order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation...
Nothing but green ahead. He's at the 30, the 10, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Florida State.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle, and with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. fair catch called for and made. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're starting to feel a little desperation here, David. They just can't press yet.
It's go time. We got to put some drives together, down multiple possessions, Jesse. We don't have any time to waste.
Yeah, so at this point of the game, your best players have to touch the football. You've got to dial up plays, getting your biggest playmakers involved now if you're going to win this game.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. To the air, it's Booth. The quick out. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Defense playing a bail technique. He'll come out throwing on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's going to pass on second down. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Trying to get to him. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He wants a big play here late. And that is his fifth interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
The offense just wants to run out the clock in this half. The D still has a couple of timeouts if they want to use them. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice.